What we wanted to do today is speak about relationships, human relationships, but in a digital world. Clearly, the last year showed us more than everything else that it all comes down to relationships, but also what last year showed us the most, that those human relationships are all transformed and transferred to the digital world. So this first section, what we would like to do is speak about the new norm. We threw out here a few logos that clearly are very, very familiar to all of you. Pedidos Ya is a food delivery platform in Uruguay. Mercados Libre is a very famous brand in South America. And needless to say, we all know the logo on the left. And in some way and form, this brand set a new norm for expectations for the customers around the world.
As we have been seen at firsthand in Pyxis, the evolution of the digital commerce, especially in Latin America, has been very high, right? This evolution has been accelerated by companies like you mentioned, like Mercado Libre, Pedidos Ya, and so our own customers need to react quickly to these changes to stay relevant.
It is important to understand for your non-customers, what are they doing with you? What was their experience? And gather all the amount of data that you can get your hands into that are, first-party data for your company, and really try to understand your users.
Companies were mostly centered on having like a good out-of-the-box e-commerce experience, maybe one or two channels, a good integration with the backend, and basically a system that was able to execute a transaction. So that was the main objective of these companies on that time, right? Mainly to showcase products, but nowadays brands are more keen on telling a story, right? So they need to leverage some tools on the commerce and content landscape to be able to do that.
The conversation is really all around data. With GDPR, obviously putting some constraints on how you can communicate with folks. We also see some new challenges now that, Google Chrome and Apple and some of the other search engines out there eliminating third-party cookies come end of 2022. And pandemic has actually made it even more challenging because it's taking away a couple of different channels of how we collect data. We don't go to the trade shows anymore and engage with the clients and get names and email addresses from folks that we've had, interesting discussion. I think a lot of brands today, pandemic causing the challenge is, first of all, do we know who our customers are and how are we currently maintaining that information? And then the next question is who are our best customers?
And we do know that personalization doesn't happen overnight. However, we still know that it's not like it used to be before, where customers were just hoping that you have what they want. Now they just expect you to have what they want.
One of the results of this innovation was to implement the RAP, the robotic process automation, in the company. This crowdsourcing platform, as I said, and some other projects, trying to identify with our customers that they want a better and agile company, and obviously better responses in terms of their necessities.
The enabling of segmentation and applying segmentation to our communications has been key. We have very limited resources when it comes to copy and images that we can use. So we can have 5-7 versions or different versions of every campaign. So segmentation has helped us really split our communications into pieces of communications that really target certain groups of people.
Loyalty is evolving as a first-party data aggregator, if you will. So this is not so much about the experience yet for the loyalty member, But for the overall digital strategy, the other area with regards to loyalty, Anna mentioned, is with their customers is creating unique experiences.